Oh, paper one, thank you.
Do they know what the Gadsden flag is? That it's a historical flag?
So the reason that they do not want the flag, the reason we do not want the flag displayed is due to its origins with slavery and slave trade.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about this extremely disturbing story, which is just another sign that freedom of speech in this country is dying, okay? The First Amendment is on life support, particularly if you espouse beliefs that the left, the establishment, that the liberal media, that Democrats, that woke progressives disagree with. You're not allowed to state and to openly be proud of your political beliefs and essentially the founding and heritage of this country, which is exactly what this story is about, as this young base 12-year-old boy got kicked out of class because he wore a Gadsden flag pouch on his bag, and that is being deemed as racist, okay? That's being deemed as racist because we know that in 2023, everything that the left disagrees with is racist, right? Again, this is kind of how things go, okay? So kids have to suffer because of the derangement of the left and their crusade against anything that they disagree with, and, you know, they smear those things as racist. But it really goes to show you how historically ignorant the Democrat Party actually is, okay? And this is a prime example of it because the Gadsden flag, the reason why they're extrapolated towards racism is that the creator of the flag, Christopher Gadsden, who was a South Carolina patriot during the American Revolution. He also served in the Continental Army as a general. He owned slaves, okay? He owned slaves, and that is why they're trying to say that it's racist, even though all documented evidence is that the origin of the flag itself has nothing to do with racism. It came about during the American Revolutionary War as a symbol of American independence and freedom against the British Empire. That's where it originates. Now, again, of course, the left is going to twist this into racism because this is what they do. And now they're going to punish this 12-year-old boy for wearing a symbol that not only is not racist, but also worn by U.S. service members in the Army, in the military, in the Marines that go into battle, okay? So, again, this is just a distortion of our history, right? It is, once again, another attempt from the left to trample over our free speech rights. And this is not the first time we've seen kids get caught up in this stuff. And it really is a damn shame because we know that if he was wearing any other symbol, like, for example, you know, a BLM flag or something like that, some left-wing symbol, this would never be an issue, right? Even though I could argue that the BLM flag is originated in racism, right? I can make that argument because I believe that it is. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into this because this is ridiculous.
Thank you.
Do they know what the Gadsden flag is? That it's a historical flag?
So the reason that they do not want the flag, the reason we do not want the flag displayed is due to its origins with slavery and slave trade. That is what was, that's the reasoning behind them. No.
Again, this is just wrong. This is just historically and factually inaccurate, okay? Again, it's a distortion of history from the left where anything they don't like is rooted in slavery, right? Like police, right? Police are racist, right? We've heard this argument. The modern day police, the history, the origin of modern day police is from slavery, even though we've had some variation of law enforcement throughout all of history, right? We didn't invent this during slavery, but apparently because they use, you know, state troopers or whatever to hunt down slaves that went free, apparently that means that modern day police in America is racist, right? We've heard these arguments before. They're so stupid, right? They're so silly. But here we are once again.
The Gadsden flag.
The don't tread on me.
Okay. Which is the Gadsden flag. Okay. So he's what's going to happen if he doesn't take it off?
He is able to go. I was actually just telling him, like, I was upset that he was missing so much school. I'm like, so I asked if, can he just take his stuff out of his bag and go back to class? Like, I just want him to go back to class. The bag can't go back if it's got the patch on it, because we can't have that in and around other kids. So that's
Again, would she be saying this if this was some type of left-wing flag? No, right? No, she wouldn't give a damn. In fact, she'd be displaying it everywhere, right? You couldn't get enough of it. They be pushing it in kids' faces, shoving it down their throats, right? Look at it, right? Look at it. Okay, y'all remember that scene out of SpongeBob? I forgot exactly what it was. Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Right, but that's what they would be doing. But in this case right here, oh no, scary. Gadsden flag, don't tread on me flag, racist. Again, historically ignorant, okay, like most Democrats and liberals.
That's what I was trying to, and then he said you were close, so I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with slavery. That's like the Revolutionary War patch that was
Okay.
displayed when they were fighting the British. Like that wasn't, that's the revolution. Maybe you're thinking of like the Confederate Confederate flag.
Okay, I
Is
am
there a
just
history
here
of you
to
that you
enforce.
tell them?
No, I am here to enforce the policy that was provided by the district,
Okay.
and definitely you have every right to not agree with it. I mean,
Yeah, because
absolutely.
the ACLU says that he's allowed to wear that. If you like go on their website, it's like says in big
So
letters.
all I'm saying is that
Unless there's like a ban on patches, period. Like if you said there's no patches allowed at the school, you cannot display what you think or anything like that, or what cheer or anything like that. I think it's like one-sided, you know, because you allow some patches but not other
Other
patches.
kids have patches like other names and like the American flag and backpacks.
Yeah. That was like flown during the revolution with, I just don't understand that at all.
so what I can do is
And
have you
if you
speak
go onto
to
the
our-
ACLU's website, let's talk to
I
someone,
can,
because
I
I
can
don't want
have
a
you speak
lawsuit. I really
to,
don't.
I can have you speak to our Jeff Yoakum
Okay.
again,
Okay.
and then he can refer you to our person at the district,
Okay.
because like I said, we're following district policy. is what-
Yeah, and district policy is wrong, right? So you just following orders, okay? You just following orders. Again, this is crazy. You know this is wrong. You're ignorant. You don't know anything, okay? But hey, I'm just following orders. I think the flag's racist. The district apparently thinks the flag. You see, this is why I say parents gotta get more involved in their school boards, right? Because this only happens when you have wokes running the school boards, right? That's what's happening. Okay, you need to vote these woke revolutionaries out and put conservative parents on these school boards or conservatives on the school boards, because this is nonsense. This shouldn't even be tolerated. Again, this is an attack on free speech.
We're doing. So the last thing I want is him out of class.
Yeah, I know.
That's all,
He
the last
takes
thing I
his
want.
classes seriously.
Yes.
He studies. He wants to get straight A's. He did that. He made honor roll when he was here before.
Yeah.
He intends to do that again right now, but it's hard because he keeps missing class for this. So
I understand that.
yeah, and I mean we teach him to always stick up for your beliefs. And I mean you're going over the revolution for 7th grade. I mean the founding fathers stood up for what they believed in against unjust laws. This is unjust.
Okay, like I said, we're upholding a policy that was provided to us, which we have to uphold.
Okay, can you show me where the policy?
Yeah. So you see that, you heard that, okay? Now the person that she talked about in that video, Jeff Yoakum, who she says is the person that she needs to talk to about this flag and this issue and why they're basically banning it in schools, cited the US EEOC, okay, in regards to his rationale for why the flag is not allowed, okay? He says, Ms. Rodriguez, as discussed, I am providing you the rationale for determining the Gadsden flag is considered an unacceptable symbol. First case when EEOC required the complaint to be reviewed. Okay, so there was a complaint filed because of a postal worker who got offended. He got triggered. Okay, he said he felt like he was being racially harassed because another colleague, another employee, coworker at the federal post office was wearing a Gadsden flag, right? He was wearing a Gadsden flag cap. Okay, so the EEOC actually ruled that we can't determine that the symbol is racist. Okay, so literally what he's citing here in that ruling, they say, yeah, we don't think this symbol is we can't determine that this symbol is racist. But, you know, we can see how some people can be offended by it. That's essentially what they said. So again, even the case that he's citing doesn't say that the flag is racist. Right? So he then goes on to say that it's tied to the Confederate flag and other white supremacy groups, including patriot groups. So again, you know, it can be interpreted as racist. Okay. The director then argued that the flag is associated with hate groups, linking to this weak article that cites a graphic design scholar who claimed that some now see the Gadsden flag as a symbol of intolerance and hate or even racism. Again, I can apply that to almost anybody, right? Or any flag, okay? I can apply that to the BLM flag. I can give you an argument on why the BLM flag could be a symbol of hate and racism. Considering all the hate and vitriol that was directed towards whites, right, and white police officers, and all of the political violence that happened in this country under that flag. Again, I can make that argument. But I don't necessarily think that it should be banned, okay, if we're not banning all other flags, right? I personally believe that we should have either all of it or have none of it, okay? If you can't wear a Gadsden flag, then you shouldn't be able to wear any other flag, okay? The only flag that should be allowed to be worn if you're banning flags is the American flag, okay? The American flag is okay. But all other flags should be banned. Or put it this way, any flag that's a state flag, okay, either a symbol of the United States government or a state, okay, a state in the U.S., that's allowed, okay? But all other symbols should be banned if that's what we're going to do. However, if you're going to allow these symbols, like the BLM flag and some of these left-wing flags, okay, well, you got to allow everything else. But again, this is something that we don't see in these schools, okay? And I've done story after story about this, but what is happening in this country, again, is free speech is under attack. The First Amendment is on life support, and it's a shame that kids are being dragged into this stuff. It really is. This is not the first time I've done stories like this. I did a story over a kid who got removed from class for wearing a shirt that says there's only 2 genders, right? But if he wore a shirt that said there's 1,000 different genders, he would be totally fine, right? That would be brave and stunning. Again, it's amazing. Hypocrisy in this country is off the charts. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.